Hello, this is a week after, and off camera last week I did a wee bit. I was gonna wait to go, and then I just did a wee bit off camera, and I started ripping out the units in the kitchen, and I didn't like what I found. So this is the devastation I've made in here. These are the units. I pulled them out for the sides, but this is the problematic part. Look at this. Black mould. Horrible. You see this floor, what a state it's in. You can't see it so good in the camera, but it really is what a state. And look, this is a cooker outlet, right? And boom, 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 boom. Here goes the cable. It goes along here, and under the units, goes up here, goes through here, and through here is the bathroom, and here for the cooker switch, power showers. So they've powered the power showers for the cooker switch in the kitchen. Brilliant. So I'll continue to dismantle all this stuff.
Hello, and there goes the kitchen. It's a goner. The black mould, I didn't end up caring too much about that because I'm decided since then that I'm going to take the flooring up and the walls off to insulate them all and put in underfloor heating, which I hadn't decided at the time because that was September. This is May, by the way, that I'm recording this little bit. Next is demolishing the back bedroom, I think. And well done if you got this far. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe, etc. And we'll see you in the next scene.